This is the rig I made, and I'm going to give an overview of what it's about. Basically, first we'll deal with the layout of the bones, what's parented to what, and what you should do, or a good idea of what you should do. Basically, because we're dealing with a biped, we have a root bone. This root bone is directly in the middle of the mesh, right at the hips. No thinking involved of where a biped is concerned. That's your centre. Working up from that, we have spine and bones, all parented to the next neck bone. Head coming off the neck, just like a human body. That's all you have to think when you're rigging. What's parented to what? These will be parented to a spine bone, coming down the hand to the wrist. Fingers coming off that exactly as you are. Your own bones work. Next, the gun. Any weapon that you want to involve, parent to a hand bone. That's parented right to the wrist. Allows us to use it in animations. Change weapons as you want. Working down, again, from the root bone. The legs coming off the hips, down to the foot. Simple skeletal setup. Things like a bag, you have to think of what does it need to be attached to, what's going to move and what's going to affect the bag. In this case, these purple bones are to the first spine bone. By moving the first spine bone, the bag goes with it. All parented, all working the way back to the spine bone. The rest of the controllers, well, the top half of this rig is actually FK. FK is forward kinematics. Basically what FK is, you have to move each individual bone to the desired position. The software won't work anything out for you. You have to do it all manually. It can be pretty slow, but you have total control over where it's going, what each part is doing. And no popping. No RK, just FK. We have to go through each bone, moving it manually and create a keyframe for each bone. Now the bottom part is IK. Inverse kinematics. Basically the software will work out the position of your IK chain. This bone, and the foot bone are in the IK chain. You decide what you want in that chain by designating the bones. The start bone and the end bone, everything in between gets included in the IK chain. And there is always a goal object at the end of the chain. This goal object is where the software will try and point these bones towards. It will try to move these bones depending on where this goal object is. So it does a lot of the work for you. But we have no control, or seemingly no control over that middle. The software takes the shortest route to try and achieve that goal. But by adding little controllers in the middle of IK chains, we can manually adjust just a little tweak where we want it to go. Avoids all that unnecessary twisting and bending of the chain. Using IK will also allow us to simulate where the ground is, like stamping the feet down. We can grab the middle, grab the root bone. We'll not move the bones past those goals. can go away from them, but it'll still try and attempt to point the bones towards them. Those cubes. That's the goal object of the IKG. That is basically the difference between IK and FK. One we have to do manually, each individual adjustment, and then make a keyframe. Working down the arm. IK, the software helps with the bones in the middle. Now, over on the right we have the naming conventions for this rig. Root it, hips, just naming conventions are personal to yourselves, what you want to name them, what you understand at a glance, whether they're left, right, is it a leg, is it an arm. I've got root torso, going down, open up the torso, we've got the arms, neck, arm 1 left, that's the first bone in the arm, arm 1.1 left, second bone. Naming conventions are personal to yourself. I also colour code. Green for one side, I'm using blue for the other side. Again, your favourite colours, whatever's suitable for you. That is an overview of what IK and FK is.